A strategy pop-up you have not finished. Skip simulate strategy. Play offense only. Play full game. Entering team select screen. The Chicago Bears, the home team, are selected. Ready.
Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Buccaneers and the Bears coming up next.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Entering play call screen. Kickoff left.
Punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Always fun to get a peek at Tom Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. With
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
He looked like one of those guys.
Second down and 8. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This game, able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
Up safe man, squeeze block.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7-0 on the return. And the Bears take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. Leading him out, the rookie from Ohio State at 22 years of age, it's Justin Fields.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round.
Entering play call, jet pass, quick pitch.
Sure he cares.
Pitch corners.
In the last game.
Gun plan. There are 9 categories. Blitz counters. Coach suggestion. Gun plan. Player. There are paw expert. Jet sweep. Paw. Quick slants.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Square button.
They will run for the first time with David.
Cross button.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're
entering play call, paw experts cross, quick slants.
You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Circle button.
They'll fake the handoff.
Square button. Circle button.
Heavy rush, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass, and when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play.
Entering play call, Calvin Ridley. You have set player. There are formation. There are 9 concept, screen, play action, do, pass sprint, power LT.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down.
Triangle button.
Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
Cross button.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Let's go. That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Entering play call, do. There are 2 categories. Concept, screen pass, run. Inside, AHP inside zone.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
R1 button.
To Montgomery, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Vita Vea stopped that play in its tracks.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Entering play call, in concept, there are 9 formation, there are player, there are 9 gun plan, there are 9 categories. Blitz counter is blitz corner stop stick. The option 4 verticals.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Cross button.
Fields.
R1 button. R1 button. R2 button.
Underneath to Montgomery. And only able to get 2.
Entering play call, blitz counter. You have 50 gun plan. There are 9 player. There are 9 formation. There are concept. There are screen. Play action pass. Do. Pass sprint HB flat. Parallel LT.
Can really generate big plays for an offense.
Cross button.
Fields off the bootleg.
Cross button.
That's complete right side.
R2 button.
Touchdown, Chicago! Kirk commit. 30 yards. And the Bears are on the board first here in this division round matchup. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That again to selected.
The team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here in the middle of the line, a lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this one is incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Brady. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
R2 button. Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. RPO zone peak, red only under, AHD draw.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Cross button.
Draw play. Fields gives to Montgomery. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. Double go.
Play call to realize
AHD stretch.
a guy of his caliber who runs like this.
Double go.
Because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
AHD stretch. Double go.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Cross button.
Now Montgomery running right.
Extra button.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's
entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. Double slants. AHD stretch.
First down. Here's the run with Montgomery.
Cross button.
Stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Entering play call. Double slants. AHD stretch.
hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Following the penalty.
Cross button.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have production. Slants.
To sniff that out defensively.
AHD quick pace.
That was pretty quick.
Slants.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
R1 button.
On 2nd down, Montgomery.
Cross button.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Entering play. Plan. There are 9. Player. There are formation. Concept. Keep. Read. Quick. Run. Screen. Play action. Do. Post-print. Parallel LT. Cross button.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look
Cross button. HB button.
to his tight end command. And he's going
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Font is selected.
4th. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
To throw, it's Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection, maybe that'll...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
2nd and 2. give to Jones.
Here we go. Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah,
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
From the 41, Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
on 1st down, Brady. And did he get the feet down? No.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I gotta say, if it's gonna be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He'll get only 3.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The deception, that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now Brady again. And that is incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Entering play call, coach, powered X spot, RPO zone peak, powered X spot, AHB misdirection. Square button, cross button,
And this is taken
button.
Darnell Mooney. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win.
Entering play call, coach, plan. There are 9 cats. David Montgomery, G.D. Lamb, David Nesh, 24 Zono, MTNHD plunge.
Games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
Cross button.
For the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining.
Entering play clock. Zone fix jet.
First quarter.
24 zone. Empty and HB plunge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give. This is
button.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards.
Entering play call. Zone fix jet. Player, error 9, on plan, error, coach suggestion, Ohio's pacing, inside zone, V-spot, RPO zone alert, shock H option, AHB stretch,
The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
AHB stretch.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
R1 button. R1 button.
This one
R2 button. Entering play call. Go on plan. Error. Player. Error 9. Formation. Goal line. Hail, special, sing, I-form, weak, I-form, pro, AHB stretch. Cross button.
They'll run on 1st down.
Cross button.
Montgomery.
R2 button.
A 1st down and then some for Montgomery. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Well, we saw David Montgomery lead the nation a few years back in broken tackles when he was at Iowa State, and he's proven to be difficult to bring down in the NFL as well.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be
entering play call. Pro. There are 2 categories. You have 9 up. ISO.
Technique.
Comic Ghost.
Stats.
AHB stretch.
How much yardage he was
on backslide
after the initial contact. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Cross button.
Now a run with Montgomery. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Entering play call, throw, formation, concept, keep pretty good. Run, screen pass, play action, sprint 8, borrow LT.
The last run got 3, now here's 2nd and 7. Fields.
Square button. Cross button.
Montgomery complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him at the
entering play call, concept, formation, error, special, fail, goal, gun, I-form, quick slants, ISO, quick slants.
First down.
Cross button.
Montgomery. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Entering play call. There are 2 categories. Comic Ghost. AHB stretch.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a give. Montgomery. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Entering play call. Pro. Carrier 2. ISO.
With a 3rd and 4.
Comic Ghost. AHB blast.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in position.
Entering ISO. AHB stretch. Curls. AHB stretch.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
It's
in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Add empty selected.
Now the point after try for Santos. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Some of these play calls.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
On that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. The give is to Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Mark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Successfully, they pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From the 45 on 2nd down, Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
If you're running...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
See there.
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This is Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
He's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play? It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down at 7. Here's Brady to throw. And that falls to the ground.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Brings up 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Brady going to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
A 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Running right, Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So Brady departs, and on it's Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Succop will put this one right through, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So the 3rd drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just...
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return. Entering franchise. Instant. Call. Challenge. Super sim. Stats. Coaching. Pop-up medical center. Depth chart. Super. Depth chart is selected. Entering. Slot. Slot 1. Player name JF. AHB selected. Player name D. Montgomery. FB selected. Player name K. Herbert. Player name J. James. Player name T. Cohen. Slot 2. Slot 1. Player name T. Cohen. Player name J. James. Player name K. Herbert. Slot 2. Slot 3. Entering franchise screen, you have 9 options. Resume is selected.
Their offense.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
R2 button.
Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they...
Entering play call, punt plan, error, player, error, GD Lamb, Justin, Darnell Moon, Tarek Colton, Tarek Cohen, Tarek F.E. Dive.
Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me, it's definitely light for him. Here's the first
button.
Cohen. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the...
Entering play call, Tarek Cohen. You have 5 options. Robert slot, pick punt sweep, player, error, Darnell Mooney,
7 yards.
Justin Fields, GD Lamb, David Montgomery, David Zone Thick Jet, 24 zone open, MTNAHB plunge.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Cross button.
Back to the ground this time.
R1 button.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first.
Entering play call, David Zone Thick Jet, player, GD Lamb, Justin Heat, Darnell Mooney, Tarek Cohen, Tarek F.E. Dive.
And then the big finish with the tackle.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Entering play, kick punt sweep, covered slide, FD dive.
On first down, they go back to Cohen. And he can only manage to get a couple.
Entering play call, kick punt sweep,
Looks like they're
player, error 9, goal commit.
Very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Formation, error 9 category, concept, keep, opt, run, screen, play action, parallel LT.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
R1 button.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got it for the penalty.
Not easy.
Entering play call, Padu, Pasprintate, parallel LT.
The best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
To throw is Fields.
Triangle button.
Caught by Montgomery.
Cross button.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Entering play call, there are 2 categories. You have 7 options. Padu. Concept, there. Formation, there are 9. I-form. Wing, AHD stretch.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now it's Fields.
Triangle button.
That's caught.
Cross button.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game during the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Entering play call, wing, there are 2 categories. You have formation, concept, there are 9 categories. There are 2 formation, concept, there play type, there are concept, keep pass, verticals.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Cross button. Cross button. R1 button. R1 button.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
Cross button.
This one almost intercepted.
Entering play call. Verticals. 4 verticals.
But could not have.
Concept. Medium pass. Quick pass. Option. Run. AHD inside zone.
Catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And he's taken down inside the 30. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Entering play call. Play call. Concept, there, play type, there are personnel, there, favorites, recent, coach sig, gun plan, player, Darnell Moore, Justin Fee, G.D. Lamb, David Munn, Calvin Ridley, Cole Kmet, Tarek Cohen, Fick punt off, FD dive. Cross button.
First down, a run.
Button.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second.
Entering play call, Jericho, you have
First
pick
down,
punt sweep,
really does a whole
Combo slide,
for your entire
pick punt
offense.
FB pass,
The way he's finishing those runs. At the end of
Combo
things,
slide,
he's making sure
FB
he's just a
dive.
little bit extra.
Second down at 4. On the give, this is
button.
and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking.
Entering play call, the punt sweep,
Get me into a position
player,
where I can make
there
one
are
more play.
formation, there are 9 concept, there are 9 screen path, play action, do, pass sprint 8, parallel LT.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. Back to throw. Fields.
Triangle button. R2 button.
Swung out to Montgomery. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Power G is selected. Gun plan. There are 9 category. Player. There are 9. Cole Kmet. Tarek Coe. Darnell Mooney. Justin G.D. Lamb. David Montgomery. Dave Zone Thick Jet. 24 zone open.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth.
Cross button.
Montgomery.
R2 button.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. You have 66 options. Zone weak is selected.
But he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to
Player,
just
there are not G.D. Lamb, David Calvin, Cole Kmet, Tarek Coe, Darnell Moon, Tarek Coe, FB dive.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Cross button.
On the handoff.
R2 button.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14.
Entering play call, thick punt sweep. Player, Cole Kmet, Calvin Rid, David Munt, Calvin Rid, Calvin, AHD dive alerts, stick. Convex wided. Stick.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Triangle button.
Fields.
Triangle button. R2 button.
Complete. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley. A 14-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. Thick cut K flip pass. Pump land, error, player, error, formation, concept, deep pass, media, hook, opt, run, screen, play action, boot, pass sprint HD, parallel LT.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll look to throw.
Cross button. R2 button.
Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Pick off left is selected.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense and Ronald Jones leading them out. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
For being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Brady now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's
entering play call, cover. There are 3 categories. You have 18 options. Cover 3 sky is selected.
Brady got him in. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across.
Entering play call, over. There are 3 categories. You have 18 options. Cover 3 sky is selected.
The timing a bit off.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Brady to throw again. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Earlier in the quarter, when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play, because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled him for just a short gain.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Squeeze block.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Entering play call, Calvin Ridley, X first stick.
Gives them a lead, and they feel
jet sweep
about how they're playing.
Quick slants.
He expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Circle button.
Well, they're just going to
one button.
Up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few.
Entering play call, there are 2 categories. You have 7 options. ROLT is selected.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Cowboys who get the win at home.
Dak Prescott leading the way as his guys pick up win number 14 on the year. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they did have some success running the football in those first 2 quarters. And that might be something they continue to work on as they try to get back in this game. Meanwhile, for the Bears, by comparison, they've been the better of these 2 sides in the rushing department, as you see the numbers there.
Entering Gunplan, run out, throw it, meet it, throw it, G.
As we speak. Which of these 2 teams is going to advance to the
Defend
NFC
out,
title game
defend
next
short,
Sunday?
defend medium, defend
Let's get
deep
you back
pass.
to Brandon Godden.
Okay.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, return left is selected.
Number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
R2 button.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is
Entering play, Padu. Parallel LT, concept, screen pass. Play high, error, personnel, favorite, recent, coach suggest, on plan, player, error, Cole, Tarek, Darnell, Tarek, Cole, Tarek, FB dive.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Entering play, fake punt sweep, Padu slot, FD dive.
Now Cohen.
R2 button.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Entering play call, Tarek Cohen, you have player, error, Darnell Mooney, Justin Fields, GD Lamb.
I thought they would have
GD Lamb, Honda's direction, jet sweep,
now.
Honda's direction, quick slant.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. One play action. Fields.
Triangle button.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some...
Entering play call, Honda's direction,
And with those
slant.
catches and the volume that we've seen in this game,
Spacing,
you keep
pitch WR reverse.
Of course, you got to keep
Flanker did,
He keeps making
pitch WR reverse.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Cross button, cross button, triangle button.
That's complete to Mooney. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Honda selected.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. On plan, there are 7 categories. Defend deep pass, defend deep, cover 3, overload 3.
Line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So a great play advance, and it looks like they will. This defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Santos now to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Entering play call, defend deep pass. You have 56 options, but slant free is selected.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the long.
Entering play call, defend deep pass. You have 56 options, but slant free is selected.
The way they did on the last play.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a play fake. Brady. He's going deep for Brown. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous.
Entering play call, defend deep pass. You have 56 options, but slant free is selected.
Trying to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Entering play call, defend deep pass. You have 56 options, but slant free is selected.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, it's Brady. There's Evans again, complete. They'll contain him to just...
Entering play call, defend deep pass. You have 56 options, but slant free is selected.
Boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To throw again on second down. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to have another first.
Entering play call. Defend keep pass. You have 56 options, but slant free is selected.
This is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And the Buccaneers are going to be
entering play call. Defend keep pass. You have 56 options, but slant free is selected.
Played before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with first and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Entering play call. Defend keep pass. You have 56 options, but slant free is selected.
Every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Jones again, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but then it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Entering play call. Defend keep pass. You have 56 options, but slant free is selected.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Now Brady. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
R2 button.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective.
Entering play call. Smash return. PhD quick base.
So well in the first half. Picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
They'll start on the
button.
Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. So please pot smash. Inside zone split.
That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Blue there.
Back
R1 button.
On second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Entering, slot outs. Regioni HB Scissor, drive Y corner. Regioni HB Scissors.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down.
Square button. Square button.
Left side to Lamb.
Cross button.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, gun plan, there are 9. Coach suggests, gun plan, player, there are 9. From player, David, Cal, Colkin, Tarek, Darnell, Tarek, FD dive.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right there, 54.
Cross button.
Now they'll
Cross
run.
button.
And he stopped immediately there. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Entering plate, fake punt sweep, top boot slide, player, Cole Komet, Calvin Ridley, David Montgomery, zone fake jet. 24 zone open.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give. This is Montgomery.
Button.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. You have zone fake jet. Sprint HB flat.
We know that old expression.
MTN counter STR.
It hasn't
Sprint HB flat.
I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Cross button.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery.
Button.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back now comes Tampa Bay. They come in off a touchdown drive.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. And it's incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he is out of bounds right around the 30.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Slot, letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Brady. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. On play action, it's Brady. And his throw is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it too.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Field, equally good.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Brady again. And this is caught by Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Six yards left on 2nd down. From midfield, here's Brady. And this one taken in on the right side.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Got him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Looking middle, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. A quick pass here to Godwin. 7 yards.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Rob Gronkowski. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
In this case.
And of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Suck up for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
R2 button.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question...
Entering play call, double slants, AHP draw.
Go right to turnovers.
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes.
Cross button.
And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over,
Cross button.
in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. 123 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive.
Entering play call, coach curls. RPO zone Pete curls. On plan, there are player, there are G.D. Lamb, David, Calvin, Cole Kmet, Tarek Cohen, Tarek, fake punt off tack, FD dive.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard.
Entering play call. Tarek Cohen. You have 5 options. Positive slide is selected.
The point of attack, holding up.
Player. Cole Kmet. Tarek Cohen.
No space.
Cornell Mooney. Justin G.D. Lamb. David Montgomery. Dave. Zone fake jet. 24 zone open.
2nd and 9. Handoff
Cross
comes.
button.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game.
Entering play call, David Montgomery, zone fake jet, AHB stretch,
Sustained runs.
MTN counter ST, AHB stretch.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Cross button.
We gonna do what we do.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Entering play call, zone fake jet. Player, formation, error, special teams, concept, deep pass, medium, quick pass. Medium, mesh spot, mesh, power battle.
Delay of game penalty ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
We got heavy. Everybody scoot up.
Off play action, Fields.
R1 button, R1 button, R1 button, R2 button.
Complete to his tight end, Komet. And he'll
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Robert Quinn drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this.
Triangle button.
Oh, he shifts past him. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter.
Entering play call. Drive trail.
Here in the third.
RPO alert plans.
They're always seeking.
On plan. Error. Player. Error. Formation. Concept. Error. Quick. Run. Screen. Play action. Do. Sprint H. Parallel LT.
All the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
The man is Kmet, the tight end.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down.
Entering play call. Do. There are two cat. Do. Sprint HD flat.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field.
Entering play call. Do.
Have the lead as
Sprint
well.
HD. Concept. Screen pass. Run. Inside. Zone fake jet. Zone weak. AHP inside zone.
First down, here's
button.
Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple.
Entering play call. Inside zone. There are 11. Concept. There are 9. Play type. There are 9. Personnel. There are 9. Favorites. There are recent play. Coach suggests. On plan. There are player. Calvin Reed. Cole Kmet. Tarek Cohen. Kick punt off tackle. FB dive.
They're up to the challenge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This is
button.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line.
Entering play call. Tarek Cohen. You have Fedox. Player. Cole Kmet. Tarek Cohen. Darnell Mooney. Justin Field. G.D. Lamb. David Montgomery. Calvin Reed. David Montgomery. David Zone Fig Jet. 24 zone. Empty and AHD plunge.
That's the guy in the middle. The Mike linebacker. You're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you, to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
Cross button.
So that'll back him up 5.
Entering zone fake jet. 24 zone open.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
R1 button. Square button.
Following the
Cross button.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Field goal 46 yards is selected.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will get the lead up to 14.
So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, kickoff left is selected.
Sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Bucs now.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Brady now to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic 3rd and long after that last sack.
Back to throw. Brady. Got him in. It's Brown. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Triangle button. R2 button.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And now first downs are key. They want
Entering play call, smash drive, AHD power.
They try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. Under 10.
They'll start with the
Square button.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 actions. Strong stretch is selected.
Correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Slants. AHD dive.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Cross button.
On the ground.
R2 button.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard.
Entering play call. Shock A chop. AHD slip screen.
Move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Square button. Triangle button. Cross button. Cross button. Cross button. R1 button.
For Fields to turn, and down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball down.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. Throwing left side. He's got Gronk. Complete.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
It's the game there. 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. This will be caught by Brown. They'll contain him to...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Game what they expected, but sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a 2nd route to throw it to, so sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Brady to throw again. Complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They look at the scoreboard. They do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 40.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
9.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Brady letting one go deep here for Gronk. And that will be in.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing now is Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Eddie Goldman, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Rid of the football, they can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And they will not get the connection there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Brady going to throw.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. Overload free, cover 2 man.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Brady got to have this one. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career.
Entering play call, AHD slip screen.
Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. To Montgomery to begin the drive.
R2 button.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Entering trail shape, AHD dive.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 148 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Entering play call, Buccaneers. There are 9 categories. Player, there are from a player, Calvin, Colkin, Terrico, Darnell, Terrico, Fick punt off tap, FD dive.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Cross button.
On to give, this is
button.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Entering plate, Fick punt sweep. Player, there, punt plan. Player, Cole Komet, Tarek Cole, Darnell New, Justin, Chidi Lamp, David Montgomery, Zone Fick Jet, 24 zone open.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Cross button.
They'll go to Montgomery.
Button.
Wind some clock. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
But now they're in a spot that every
entering play call. Zone Fick Jet. AHD stretch. AHD inside zone.
Plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Player, there are formation, there concept, screen, play action, do, posprint, parallel LT.
Throwing on 3rd down.
Circle button. Triangle button. Square button.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. William Golston drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
brings up second and 5 at the 9-yard line. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here.
And he's
Entering play call, odd. There are 3 categories. You have 30 options. Cover 3 sky is selected.
Able to find Jones.
and he'll be brought down right around.
Entering play call, odd. There are 3 categories. You have 30 options. Cover 3 sky is selected.
Incomplete on the deep.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that went a little too high as it's...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Entering play call, AHD stretch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try
R1 button.
here as they keep it on the ground. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Entering play, AHD power O. Red option, AHD power. Zone thick jet, power O. ISO. AHD dive. R1 button.
They'll keep it on
Cross
the ground.
button.
Montgomery takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle.
Entering play call, Ohio State, double post. Shock H option, slot post. Drive trail, D spot. Drive Y corner. Cross button. Circle button. Circle button.
On 3rd down,
R2 button.
Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Field goal 49 yards is selected.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. Santos' kick is up and through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from three.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
In other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones.
Entering play call, 3-3-5. Low carrier for categories. You have 27 options. Tampa 2 is selected.
Jones again, complete. Jones hit, and the ball's in. This is picked up by the Bears. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
You know, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 6 options. HD stretch is selected.
They're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Entering play call, 3-3-5. Well, there are 4 categories. You have 27 options. Tampa 2 is selected.
The officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
One final try now for Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And the Bears will fight on another week as we say so long, everybody.
Post-game report player stats.